Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. Yes, I am awake. It's been a long day. I had a doctor's appointment early not early, but it was like 40 minutes away, so I had to leave early. I'm of the age where it is recommended that you have a skin cancer check once a year, and this was the first one. They did find let's see, like over here, they found a spot that they said, yeah, that's iffy. It's a type of spot that sometimes becomes cancerous. Like 20 to 25% of spots like that will turn into cancer. We can't predict which 20 to 25%, so we just take them all off. So they froze it, and that takes it off. But since I was like 20 miles out that way, there were other stores out there. The area that I was in had a thrift store where they just changed the tag colors today, a Dollar Tree, a Michael's, a Five Below, and a Hobby Lobby, all within like sight of each other. Although like the Five Below, there used to be a Joann's there too. The Five Below is on the other side of the building, so you can't really see it, but you know it's there. Okay, so after my doctor visit, oh, okay, first doctor visit. Got all my paperwork filled out, went in, went through the preliminaries with the nurse, and I'm sitting there, got into my robe. Okay, put the robe so it opens in the back. There are strings in the front, but don't tie them. Okay, so I'm sitting there in the doctor's office, in my robe, just. I had a bag of crochet, but she goes, "Oh, you can hang your purse and stuff on the back of the door here." I was like, do I really want to get up and go get that and bring it back here and then be crocheting? Which I'm just sitting there and I'm twiddling with the strings on the front that I'm not supposed to tie. And then I got this idea. Could I crochet them? Could I finger crochet the strings from this robe that I wasn't supposed to use? It was a disposable robe. It's going to be thrown out. It's not like I'm vandalizing the cloth robes and the. And I did. There's a picture. I finger crocheted chains out of the string, the ties on the rope. And I think I made the doctor's day and maybe the nurse's day. They were both laughing and they thought it was a riot and they thought just. I think I was their favorite patient of the day with that. Okay, so I finished up there, threw away my beautiful artwork of crocheted ties to the big old robe. And then I went over to the thrift store. Okay. Tag color is blue. All blue tags are 50% off. When I was in there on Sunday, it was green tags, and I cleaned out all the green yarn. So I go back there. The only things with blue tags were the super extra bulky, where the yarn is like rope, where it's like that big around, and you only get about 20 yards, and you got this big football, and it's only like 20 yards because the yarn is so big. Yarn is so big. No, it wasn't that big. There was that, and there was a package of, I think it was like purple wool roving. It didn't look like yarn. It just looked like something that was going to be made into yarn. Or maybe it was for needle felting. I don't know. But didn't want either one of those. Didn't want to pay full price for the other stuff. I did have a coupon, but I had to spend $35 in order to get 15 or 20% off with that coupon. And I was just like, I don't want to get that much. No. just a few dollars worth, a few bags, okay, but I don't, I don't want to wheel a whole cartload out of here. So I looked around, I looked at the craft books, I looked at the clothes. I ended up buying one Pioneer Woman cookbook that I will go through and see if there's any recipes in there that I like. Then I'll pass it on to one of my daughters. She'll go through and see if there's any recipes she likes. Pass it on to her sister. We'll pass it around. For $3, we'll pass it around a little bit. Okay, after that I went to Dollar Tree. I'd heard that Dollar Tree had some nice dish drying mats. Okay, $1 and a quarter. A nice thick absorbent towel that I can put dishes on to dry. I found one, and it's red. My kitchen is red, so got that. And I needed another set of readers. When I go down to visit my daughter, I've got my craft bag, and there's a pair of readers in there. And I have my travel purse. I don't want to take my regular purse that has all the junk in it. I just want to put my wallet into a nice empty purse. So I have my travel purse. But I needed readers in there. And I took the readers out of the craft bag, and it's like, no, I need readers. So I got another pair of readers. So that now everybody will have their own, each bag has their own set of readers. I'll be able to read. But Dollar Tree has yarn. And I went by that aisle. I was all out of white just chenille. Now, I don't know where the cats are. I was going to show you one of the cats. I love using this together with a jazzy variegated yarn so that you just end up, it sort of mutes the color pop of a really bright and colorful yarn. Sort of like, do I see any back there? Okay, right under that peach one. So right under there, there's a really jazzy yarn right there. There's also a couple up there next to that orange. So I needed some more of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I bought $5 worth of yarn. No problem. I didn't go to Michael's. After that, I went over to Aldi. Got a few bags of groceries at Aldi. And then went to another grocery store, Wegmans. Finished off my shopping list at Wegmans. Came home. It was like 1:30 by then. I was starving. Give me food, give me food. So I had some lunch. And I was trying to get things reconciled for my October calendar. I need to figure out like how much is left in my stash, what my current inventory totals are, stuff like that. And I got a message from a friend of mine that she had something she wanted to drop off. So I was out in the driveway talking to her for a while. I came back in and I had an email that I have a new puzzle proofing assignment. Just when I was getting a lot done because I was all done with puzzles, now I've got a new assignment. But that's all done for today. So now I get this video done, then I'll go watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. And are we going to watch Star Trek tonight? Star Trek tonight. Okay. Maybe we will. I don't know. It's that one where they go back in time and they accidentally pick up the Air Force guy because his plane's about to disintegrate. And then they have to figure out what to do with him. We've seen it a zillion times. So I have 3 things to show you. See, I even held up 3 fingers. My math is doing much better today. One was in the Grand Ami Venture. when I did the spinning wheel, I decided that my next project was going to be when I did this was before the spinning wheel. It's before the spinning wheel. I just finished this one up. My oldest granddaughter had decided that she wanted me to make a turtle with a blue head and a pink variegated shell. Now, I couldn't find any variegated pink yarn in my stash. Yeah. 300 pounds of yarn in my stash. I could not find variegated pink in worsted weight. So I took 2 shades of pink and a bright white, and here is Mr. Turtle. Mr. Turtle has pink eyes, and the shell is hot pink. Let's see, I did hot pink, then white, then light pink, and then hot pink. So it's washing out. It's hard to see that there's a pink, but that's all done. So now I'm starting the puppy for the next Grand Ami venture, where my granddaughters picked out the colors. Well, then I was looking at my list of the stuff that I did the spinning wheel for, and I had spun bees. Okay, I grabbed some yellow Bernat blanket yarn. I found some black Bernat blanket yarn. Couldn't find any white, so I doubled up on worsted. There's one happy honeybee. There's another happy honeybee. And that pretty much finished off the yellow that I took out. So I'm like, okay, that's enough. So I'm also working on a project for Crochet Roulet 2025, where the theme is space and the color is red. That was the project I took with me to the doctor's office today. I have the head done. I still need to do the legs and body. They're attached, the arms and the antenna, and then I'll be done. So I'm hoping to get that finished up tonight and then start the third and final project in the space, the red space trilogy, and get going on the dog. And since I finished the bees, I did another spin. There's a pattern for a seagull that I purchased, but I've never made it. Okay, it's on the list now. I'm going to get it done. I still have a little bit to do to set up my October calendar. And I got an Etsy order this morning. So I need to get an Etsy order. I need to find the item. Now, this is always the fun part. When I have been at a craft show and I'm trying to pack up in a hurry and everything just sort of goes whoosh into the bags. And then when I get home, it's like, oh, where did I put that? I have a pretty good idea. In fact, I think it's in a bag that's right behind me here. But if it's not in there, I think there are two other possibilities, because I can remember like most of the stuff at the front of the table went into the grids. This was at the side of the table, and I remember what bags I was filling when I was at that side. So I have to find something. I have to find PJ Charlie horse. PJ Charlie. It's a horse wearing unicorn pajamas, and it's really cute. It took forever to make, though. Whew. Yep, he's a fairly big guy. So find that, make the gift to go along with it, get that packaged up to go out in the mail tomorrow, and once all that stuff is done, I can get back to just playing with the stuff that's on my list. So I think I did pretty well today, considering I went into 2 stores that had yarn, and there were 2 other stores that had yarn within, well, I could say within walking distance, because they were within walking distance. I would not want to walk across McKinley Parkway. Yeah, McKinley Parkway. I would not want to walk across it. It's a 4-lane highway, and there is, you know how some roads, people are just more likely to run reds than others. This is one of them. I have seen so many people like, hey, the light is red. What are you doing? So I wouldn't want to walk across that road. But they would be within walking distance, so right across the street from where I was at. So I think I showed remarkable restraint this morning, only buying $5 worth of yarn. For some reason, my video just cut out. Apparently, I needed to get some videos off my phone. I think my phone filled up. So I just want to stop in and say goodbye. I didn't want to just cut off so abruptly. But I'm going to go play with yarn while I watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. So, bye-bye.